Hey there, it's Bobby Legs, and welcome to another episode of Bobby Legs Loves Watches. Now, a few things have changed in the last couple of months at the beginning of this year, collection-wise, so I think it's appropriate to do an updated state of the collection for all of you who are following at home. So sit back, enjoy yourself. I'm going to flip the camera over and go through some of the changes that have happened already this year. So I'll see you guys on the other side of the camera. Okay, for some of you who have followed my channel for a while and seen some of my state of collection videos, some of these watches you're going to recognize off the bat. You're going to be familiar with them. You've seen them before. So I'll start off with a couple of watches that I had at the beginning of my collecting career, I guess, back in the mid-2000s. And my first luxury watch purchased was this Girard-Perregaux Sea Hawk 2. I bought it around 2005. And this watch, I knew nothing about GP, knew nothing about collecting or luxury pieces other than like the big names like Rolex and Tag Heuer at the time seemed to be the biggest names in watches at the time. And so, I picked this up. A person I knew had this watch and I saw it and I was like, that's the watch for me. And I really lucked out. I lucked out here because I knew nothing, like I said, about watches or Girard-Perregaux, but kind of stumbled in on a great brand, or a brand that has a lot of great history here. And what's really cool about this watch, it's got a couple of quirky things here. You have this date window at the 1:30 position here, and I know a lot of people, this drives a lot of people nuts, but I really do like this a lot. And at the bottom, you have a power reserve, which I think is just really awesome. It's actually the only complication really I have on any of my watches at this moment other than a date. So I really enjoy having that here. And you have that nice dial with that great, kind of honeycomb type pattern there. Really, really enjoy this watch. I don't really wear it much lately, just because I got a couple new watches in the collection that I really, really enjoy wearing. But it's all cyclical. There's going to be a time when I start wearing these watches again. And look, it's a big boy. I mean, it's around 43 millimeter case diameter, and you have this lug to lug here, which is pretty big. It's around 53. It's probably at the limit of where I feel comfortable with wearing. So let me just throw this on real quick. And as you can see, I have it on a Erica's original strap. And I would put it on, but it always takes me forever. I mean, these straps are comfortable, but it always takes me forever to clip this on. So I'm going to save the embarrassment. But good looking watch, good looking diver. Been tempted once in a while to sell it, but it just means so much. It's my first luxury purchase, so I don't want to get rid of this watch. It's a cool one to have in the collection for sure. Next is this Panerai Luminor base 176 titanium case watch, and this watch is just a great watch to have a simple two-hander. It's got 300 meters of water resistance, although I haven't had it serviced ever, so not really sure about the depth rating anymore. Whatever, it's okay. I almost treat it like a field watch, right? I don't even think of it as a diver, even though that's what it is. But it's so unique in my collection. Nothing like this cushion case that I have. 6497 powering this watch, the movement, and just the really awesome, unique features that the Panerai have. You have this crown protection here. Just a really cool little lever to make sure that this doesn't move. Really awesome watch. Love wearing this piece. It's about 44 on the case diameter, about 50 or 52. I don't know what it is actually. I haven't measured it. I've never really done a review on it. And I got this on a Bosphorus canvas strap, green canvas strap, army green. I think it looks pretty awesome in it. I also have a leather strap from Bosphorus and a couple of rubber straps, one original from Panerai and one from Etsy, and actually a slew of whole other straps. I mean, I probably have more straps for this watch than any of my watches combined. It's just, the term strap monster. This truly is, this Panerai, or Panerais in general, are strap monsters for sure. So really an awesome watch. Again, a watch that I've had in the collection for a really long time, and it'll probably not go anywhere. No, it'll definitely not go anywhere. It's just a cool watch to have in the collection for sure. Okay, let's go on and let's move. I think I'm kind of doing this like in chronological order here. I have the Submariner though, no date sub 41. I got this in September. I've been chasing this watch for about 14 years. The Submariner. I've gone through the story before how I almost bought it and ended up buying something else, immediately regretting that purchase. And it just took me years and years to get to this one. This is a model number 124060, I believe. No date again. Love the symmetry of the dial. Just a classic watch. It's a beautiful watch. I wear this watch the most, especially in the last 6 months. It's so comfortable on wrist. Glide lock system here for adjustment is just awesome. Just well done, solid watch, worth every penny in my opinion. I know people will say that it's probably, you could probably get a whole lot more for a whole lot less, and that's probably true. I think actually that is true. But there's something about Rolex and something about this watch and what it means to me that I love it, and will definitely stay in the collection forever and ever and ever. Moving on, I got this. This is the Habring Felix. I had actually sent this out for consignment, and I decided to bring it back home and see if I could make it work. And this watch, it's a great watch. This is a GPHG award-winning watch for the Petite Aiguille, I believe in 2015. So, this watch has got some pedigree to it, and it's a great watch. It's so thin. You have this A11 movement that shares a lot with the Valjoux 7750, but it's a base movement for Richard Habring and his lineup. Awesome. The thing is, I just don't have an occasion to wear it, and I've been trying to wear it, dress it down with the strap changes here to make it more of a daily wear, and it can be for someone. It just can't be for me, especially when I have a few other watches that on a daily basis just feel more robust on wrist, and this watch is probably, there's nothing wrong. It's not a delicate watch. Manual. It's got a great sounding whine to it. Small seconds hand. It's just a fantastic piece. It's just not for me right now, and who's to say maybe down the road in a few years, I'll add it back. I've been known to add watches back into the collection for sure. But right now, I'm struggling to make it fit. And actually, I think I have someone who's willing to do a little trade for it. So it may not last too long here in the collection. But it is such a great watch. It's just not in the cards for me at the moment. But definitely something to take a look at. It's a beautiful piece. Nice piece, nice dress piece if you'd like. You definitely can dress it down. I mean, look how great it looks on this blue strap. It's a great watch. It's just, well, I won't belabor it anymore. It's just that maybe it's not right for me at the moment. Let's take a look here at another piece that I just added within the last couple of months, and that is the Rolex Air King. This is the now previous variation or generation of it, 116900, now discontinued. I got this piece probably around 6 or 7 weeks ago. I had no interest in the Air King at all. Didn't like the way it looked in the pictures and videos. I wasn't impressed until I picked up the Submariner and I saw it in person. And I was like, wow, that is an awesome looking watch. In person, it was such a different feel. And that's why, you know, they say, you know, you should go and try watches and take a look at watches. And I totally agree, because my perception of this watch was totally different than what it is now and after I've seen it in person. And it's a great watch, great fit. The new variation is thinner. It's got a different movement and a slightly different dial. It's got Lumina 3, 6, and 9, and it's got a 0 in front of that first 5 over here, and crown guards, thinner case. But I like mine. I like mine better. It's a little bit thicker. It's the ugly stepchild in the Rolex lineup, and it's the underdog. And I like rooting for the underdogs for sure. So love this piece. Got a couple Rolex in the collection. Hopefully we'll be having some soon in the next couple years, you know. I'd like to add a couple more Rolex before I move on into other pieces. And finally, a watch that I've been interested in getting for a long time. And I picked it up for for Mrs. Legs. And it's going to be a watch that the both of us are going to share. And I got to be honest with you, I've been wearing it a good amount lately, and that is the Cartier Santos 100. And this is a really cool watch. You have this black rubber bezel and black leather strap, and just look at that case. You know what I mean? The side profile. I just love how it contours the rest. Even the case back, you know, the case back contours to that shape, and so does the crystal. You know, as opposed to, you know, a watch like this where you have the side of the case, you know, the profile contouring to the wrist, but then you have maybe a flat case back and a flat crystal. You see that in a lot of watches right here. The sub, the same thing, you know. But this really conforms to wrist, and it's such a great feeling. I love wearing this watch. It is a simple 3-hander, but it's just so cool. And yeah, a lot of fun having a Santos in a collection. I really am starting to really like what Cartier's doing. They had a great week in the Watches and Wonders a couple weeks ago, and some really awesome releases. And like I said, I like what they're doing. I could definitely see myself adding another Cartier down the road, and even another Santos. I mean, there's so much variation with the Santos, right? This is a discontinued model. I bought this in the secondary market. You can find these for around $4,500 on Chrono 24 and up. I think they retailed originally for $7,100, I believe, and it's got an ETA. I think it's a 2892 in here, but just a cool watch from a really classy brand. Really enjoying it here. So as you can see, you know, I have a whole lot of 3-handers here, 3-hand watches. Nothing too complicated, no chronos. You know, the GP has a date function and power reserve. This is a 2-hander. This is a 3-hander with a small seconds. So definitely looking down the road for something with a little bit of more of complications in it. You know, maybe another chrono. I've been thinking about the Speedmaster, or a variation of a Speedmaster, like a limited edition or a limited release. Gray Side of the Moon is a very interesting option. I've been thinking about Omega a lot, and I've been thinking about not casting a wide net in general with watches that I'm looking at. I was talking to a friend of mine, and he suggested maybe focusing on a couple brands, and I think that makes sense. So I think maybe focusing on Rolex, Tudor, Omega, and perhaps Cartier in the next couple of years will help relieve some of the stress, because I'm so distracted with all the releases, and I want every single watch that comes out, and that's obviously not possible. So I need to just focus on on a few brands and build a collection that way for now. I think that's the way I'm going to go. Of course, that can change tomorrow, because we all change our mind over our collection. Looking at the Tudor Black Bay Pro, as a GMT functionality. Very, very cool release, and I think it's right up my alley. Like I said, potentially a variation of the Speedmaster, maybe an Aquaterra. And of course, if Rolex comes calling, I will have to answer that call too. Anyway, guys, this is the update to the state of the collection. A few changes here and there, and I just wanted to keep you guys posted. Please put a comment below. Let me know what you think about my ongoing or new strategy on focusing on 3 or 4 brands over the next couple of years. Do you think that'll work? Do you do the same? Do you just buy what you like? You know, I'm sure you do. Anyway, have a good one, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If my channel is new to you and you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and click that bell icon to get updates when I upload new videos. I love making these videos, and I hope you like them too. And also, if you want to support the channel, please buy me a cup of coffee. The link is in the description. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.